Hello, everyone. This is John Rivera from the Solid State Gamer, and you are watching the first inaugural edition of Solid State Gamer Live. Welcome to friends and strangers alike. I hope you enjoy this little broadcast I've put together. This is mainly just to test out my broadcasting tools and to enjoy some GD video games along the way. First off, probably going to go with some Sony PlayStation stuff. Might cross over into some Xbox 360 territory. And if I have the time and the stuff in reach, I might actually hook up my Sega Genesis for a couple of import Japanese style shmups. Uh, but let's begin with some Ridge Racer for the Sony PlayStation. It works. Nice. Gosh, this splash screen, like, so nostalgic. And so is this. So Ridge Racer, one of the launch titles for the system, and probably one of the best of the year. Namco really came out guns blazing with Ridge Racer as well as Tekken. Alright, so basically I'm just going to beat the first slew of tracks and start from beginner to expert, or well, which one is it? Time trial with the demon car. Alright, starting at beginner. Let's check out the options. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see, exit. And then you can basically select all of these different cars, from muscle cars to grip cars. That's basically how they're delineated in this game. Drift or grip. And I prefer the good old native... Wait, what is it called? Naviway? However, on the box art it says just Namco on the side. I know some people prefer to play racing games with the first-person view, but I kind of prefer the third-person view. Now, compared to modern racing games, the drift mechanic in this is very, very antiquated. I think that's the nicest way I can put that. You kind of just hit the brake and then hit the gas while turning sheer left or right. And then just to get out of the drift, all you have to do is straighten out the vehicle, and wow, for some reason this guy's just not letting me through. Which is good. It wouldn't be challenging if he would try to give me a pass, so... But I remember this game distinctly when it came out in 1995. I never played it in the arcade. This was the kind of game, along with the original Tekken, as well as Warhawk and Battle Arena Toshinden, the weapon-based fighting game. Wow, that's what I get for not paying attention. But Ridge Racer was one of those games I played endlessly. And in more recent times, it's kind of my feel-good game. Like, everybody out there has a game that they'll play if they're having a bad day or feeling down. And, you know, just the tropical locale and just the environmental design of the track itself. And I say track and not tracks because there's only really one track in Ridge Racer. All they do is change it up a little bit here and there. There are a couple of alternate routes that they'll open up for the more advanced tracks, or the more advanced routes. Not too bad. I haven't played this game in a long time. And nothing beats that announcer, right? Oh, the 90s. The era of acid wash jeans, baggy flannel, and obnoxious narrators and announcers. Alright, let's go to the intermediate or the mid-level track. Switch up the track or the song to Feeling Over.
3, 2, 1, go! Wow, what a start! This is just what I wanted to see.
Yeah, anytime I'm feeling a little bummed or, you know, a little down, I know I can always pop this game in and have just a good time and worry about really not much. It's not what I meant to do.
Next corner stop. Watch yourself.
Drift.
Woo, that was a great counter. You must be one genius of a driver. You've got to teach me.
Oh, no, don't. Ah, that's what I was trying to avoid.
Yeah, it's a new record.
So not only was this game a really stellar launch title for the time, but it was really the start of a golden age for Namco. I mean, when people look at the history of the company, they kind of not necessarily lost their way, but I don't think they really knew what direction they wanted to go in the future. And I don't think it was until Ridge Racer that the company really understood what the forward trajectory of their company should be. But as soon as Ridge Racer came out, it just, I mean, a little trickle of creativity turned into a waterfall, and that led them to do Tekken and, as well as the other sequels to Ridge Racer. There was Ridge Racer 2 for the arcade, which became Revolution for the Sony PlayStation, and then there was the spin-off Rage Racer a year or two after that. And not only was Namco creating these games, but they were creating special peripherals for certain games. For example, for Ridge Racer Revolution, I've got this thing called the Negcon, and it's like a portmanteau of the Japanese word to twist and the English word controller. And basically, this thing has like a little sensor in the middle of the controller, and you twist it left and right to simulate the steering of a vehicle, and it works surprisingly well. And then they further innovated on that with another controller when they came out with Ridge Racer Type 4.
I got everything on camera, so you'll watch
Yeah.
You're the greatest.
Alright, let's see. We're already at the high level track. Which one are we going to go with? Let's do Ridge Racer.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, basically, at this point, I'm pretty much almost done with the game. I'm roughly, what, 3/4 of the way through the game? The game proper, before the New Game Plus opens up. Oh my goodness. And I'm not paying attention, again. It's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time. If I were just playing, it would be a little bit different. Alright.
Next corner stop. Watch yourself.
Okay, those are the two toughest vehicles to beat. The demon car and the blue blue sports car. Ooh, frame rate drop right there. Okay, brake. And drift. Oh, whoa, that was a little too much. Sometimes that turn, that right turn, can be a little hard to negotiate because at first it doesn't seem like it's necessarily all that tough. It seems like a pretty moderate turn, and then it gets really, really sharp. Not quite hairpin, but on the feather edge of it being hairpin. Ugh. Right as I drifted, he got right in front of me. Drift.
That was a great counter. You must be one genius of a driver. You gotta teach me.
But when it comes down to it, the original... Oh, goodness gracious, what on earth? When it comes down to it, the original Ridge Racer is... It's basically the start of Namco's Golden Age canon, you know? Nope. I don't think so.
Okay, hit the last stretch.
Yep.
Keep going.
Nope. Oh, come on. Oh, God. Goodness gracious. What? Of course.
Okay, the final lap. Hang in there.
I don't think I'm getting first this time around. Mm-hmm.
Counter. You must be one genius of a driver. You gotta teach me.
Let's see. 2 more cars left to pass. That should be doable. I think so, at least. But we shall see. Okay, there we go. There's that. Let's do a little bit of a drift. Nope, nope, that's game.
The last stretch. Keep going.
I don't think I'm gonna pass him. Or maybe I will. Maybe it's gonna be a photo finish. Not quite it. Okay, there we go.
It's a
Right on.
record.
That's not bad, I suppose.
I got everything on camera, so you'll watch it later, huh? You're the greatest.
Alrighty. Time trial track. The final stretch.
3, 2, 1, go!
Nope.
What a start! This is just what I wanted.
There's like a little trick you can do where if you get a head start ahead of the demon car, you can just like let the nose of his vehicle touch the rear end of yours, and it'll make him shunt back. It gives you like a head start. I know it's kind of cheap, but this guy is one tough son of a gun. And he's always getting in your way. He's always trying to close you off. There we go. Brake. Another break. Drift. Alright. Maybe let it go for a little longer. Something I love about this game is the environment of this one track. It feels like a real place. Like it if you play this game, especially if you played it back when it came out, you believed it was a real place. You know, it was a living, breathing city that happened to have a little section of road, you know, blocked off for a racetrack. Just neat little touches, you know. This little scene right here looks very idyllic. And then you have like the whole idea of like as the race goes on, as time goes on, you see things like the sunset or the sunrise. Just really neat little graphical touches that make the world of Ridge Racer, if you will, feel alive. There we go. Yep. Nope. Okay, one more lap, right? Or, wait, what? Sometimes it's really hard to exit a drift. I mean, what you have to do to exit a drift is very specific. You have to basically line yourself up with the road to where you're completely parallel with it. If you're not completely parallel with the road, like the direction that the road is in, you won't exit the drift. It's kind of, I don't know. They refined it quite a bit in Ridge Racer Revolution, and they definitely improved like upon it a great deal more in Ridge Racer Type 4. The drift in Ridge Racer Type 4 is just so much better. Well, even though I kind of choked during the last lap, I beat the guy. I beat the demon car. And this is pretty much the game. But back then, having a game like this, I mean, I think really the only other game in town was, what? Maybe Daytona USA by Sega. And then before that, it was Virtua Racing, where you play is that you're driving a Formula One vehicle. But this was the one that really kind of emphasized the drifting. So that was kind of its contribution to the racing game genre, along with it being in 3D. I mean, that was a huge deal for the time. I mean, you know, the arcade version of Ridge Racer came out for the it came out back in what, 1993, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it was technically an early 90s game. And it was amazing to see this game when it first came out in '95 for the PS1. It and Tekken, it was interesting because, and I think the developers knew what they were doing when they made those little loading sequences where they have the Galaga or the Galaxian mini games for Ridge Racer and Tekken respectively. It wasn't just a nice little front end sort of interactive mini game to enjoy while the game was loading. It was incredibly symbolic, I think. There was a reason why they went with that sort of style for a loading screen. And I think it was to show their humble beginnings and how far they had come, and show that they were basically taking a bold step towards the future of gaming. And that's why games like Ridge Racer 1 and Tekken 1 are so important. But that's basically... Now there are these tracks right here. But I think I've given you guys a taste of Ridge Racer. I mean, heck, I've given you guys basically half of the content that's in the game, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure that's all there is to it. The 4 tracks, and then you have the 4 tracks in reverse that you have to drive around backwards. So we're going to take a little break from some racing, and we're going to dive into some Doom. I did promise a friend of mine that I would play some Doom, though I think we were talking some Doom 2016, but this shall have to suffice because I don't have the system hooked up just right now. So. Cool. So this version of Doom is also known as the Custom PlayStation Edition. And it's mainly because there were quite a few alterations to the level designs. There are actually some levels in here that are completely brand new, built from the ground up, from scratch, for this special edition of Doom. I don't know if the game is better for them, but this is kind of an interesting beast when it comes to Doom ports. It's not the most competent version of Doom. There are frame rate drops and whatnot. I would say it's one of the better versions of the console versions, with the exception of its release on Xbox Live Arcade, being a downloadable game for the modern platforms. But this game is definitely no slouch. However, I was more or less used to the PC version. I mean, I got bitten by the PC gaming bug back in the 90s, and it's pretty much started with games like Commander Keen, Wolfenstein 3D, Duke Nukem 1 and 2, which are not first-person shooters, but they're platformers, much like Commander Keen. And this is pretty much it right here. This is Doom PS1. And as you can see already, the frame rate, it's, it leaves a little bit to be desired if you were used to playing this game on PC for DOS. And we can already see some differences between the PC and the DOS version. The 2 pillars that would be here and here are missing, and so are their diagonal little sprite decorations for set dressing. So there's already some definitive differences between this version and the PC MS-DOS version. You can also hear the difference when it comes to sound design too. The sound effects are a lot different. And on top of that, you're not going to hear any renditions of Pantera and Metallica songs with this soundtrack, because this soundtrack is made from the ground up for this version, and it was composed by Aubrey Hodges. Trying to remember what's the shot button. Huh. There we go. I was trying to figure out what exactly I had to press to get into the menu. Let's see. Attack. strafe on. Yeah, let's do that. And let's... I'm gonna actually change the setting to ultra violence. Or did I? No. I can't believe I did that again. I keep forgetting that the menu is kind of like it's kind of like an all-in-one menu. So all you have to do is press X and it starts the game on single player of Ultimate Doom, which is the actual level pack, if you will, and then the difficulty. Interestingly enough, there is no nightmare mode in this version. So, alright, let's do it. I like ultraviolence because that's how I started playing Doom back when I was growing up. And also, it allows me to get the shotgun a lot earlier, so. Like right here. Whoa, what? Who's hitting me? That's what I get. Oh, hey, what's up? I might actually die because of that dude. I had no idea that he was actually in this room. The controls for this game leave a little bit to be desired, but they were in line with the conventions of first-person games at the time. Okay, there we go. Get some circle strafing going. Oh! This guy's here. Oh, they actually messed around with the enemy placement. That's crazy. I had no idea they did that in this... Oh, hey, what's up? I might actually die, guys. It's cool, though. Something I do like about this game is that they implemented some interesting lighting effects. As you can tell, like, this room, like, starts out, like, kind of, like, green. There we go. Like, what am I doing wrong? And what was run? That's right, square. What's up? No. There we go, we've got some armor. Something I've noticed about this version of Doom is that, like, the doors are kind of janky. Like, they don't smoothly open. It's like chunk, 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 chunk. Chunk, 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 chunk. It's like a drawbridge or something. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so where is this dude? There he is. He's right there. And then this dude's right here. And then this dude's right here. Who's hitting me from the right side? Like, that makes no sense. There we go. Got a shotgun. And now I'm at 71 health. Cool. Come on. Ugh, I botched that. What's up? What's up? It's weird getting the chain gun in the first level like this. It's so... I don't know, man. It's just weird. Two imps up there. I don't know. I mean, maybe that was a part of the original version. What's up? There we go. Get some extra shells. Kill this guy. And do a quick hop, skip, and a jump across here. Grab some armor. What's up? Hit that barrel. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's how it's done, son. Circle strafe around. Kill these guys. What's up? This game is awfully dark, too. I mean, it feels darker than the... No. I'm going to retract that. It's not as dark as the original Doom. The original was ridiculously dark. That's why Duke Nukem 3D was such a huge revelation to the first-person action game genre, as it used to be called back in the 90s. They didn't used to be called FPS games or first-person shooters. They were called first-person action games. Alright, there's a dude over here, right? Yeah. So what I want to do is... Yeah? Gonna backpedal, then run my butt off to this little lift. There we go. Oh gosh, is that a Mancubus? Oh no, it's a Cacodemon. Or no, it's a Beholder. What on earth were you doing up here? And just to let you all know, this is not even close to the standard bestiary or item layout of the original Doom. E1M1 or Episode 1 Mission 1. Let's see, did I forget anything around here? Alright, picked up a clip. So, unfortunately, I can't pick up any more shells from these shotguns. I've yet to pick up the backpack, which increases your inventory capacity by a factor of 2. Alrighty. Let's do full health. I am pro full health. Yeah, gunshots. Let's see. How's the stream doing? Not too bad. Cool. Yeah, I've been testing out the tools and stuff and trying to get everything set up, so just being able to do this right now is just, it's awesome to finally be streaming. Alright. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. Come on. Come on. Simmer down now. Simmer down now. There's that dude right there. I love how in this game, the shotgun is basically your sniper rifle. You know, there's no proper rifle in this game. Hey, what's up? So you kind of have to... Ooh, nice. He just got jibbed. You kind of have to just make do with what you've got. And Okay, there's nobody there. And the shotgun is really, it's kind of like your everything rifle. It's like your everything gun. It's almost like a 410 bore shotgun that has multiple loads that you can, load into it. Come on, chain gun guy. Why are you in this level, dude? Dude, shouldn't you be in Doom 2? Come on. Wrong game, dude. Alright, there is... Yeah, there's that dude. Come on. What up? Come on. Oh, he's dead. Good. What's up? Let's see, is there anyone around here? Nope. Just for posterity, let's just destroy that. Because I only imagine terrible things happening with that. Let's see, where else? Oh, there's a secret room in here. Right? Yeah. Or, wrong button. What's up? What's up, player? Fam? Alrighty, I've got the key now. Alright, there's a fool right here. What up? Oh, come on. What? That's BS, that is. So what, it shoots a little to the left? That doesn't make any sense. Come on. Nope. There we go. 2 with 1 shot. That's how it's done, son. Oh, gosh. Okay, alrighty. Alrighty. Mad dash. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Ugh. Take it. Take it. Just take it. All of you. What's up? Okay. Wait, can't I pick this up? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Supercharge. So now I'm maxed out on health practically. What's up? Hey, what's up, buddy? What the? Oh, I see what's going on. All you have to do is be slightly to the left or slightly to the right of an enemy when they shoot at you and hit you, and you'll turn. Huh. That's very deceptive. Back in the PC game, if somebody shot you from 45 degrees to your right or your left, or right beside you or right behind you, the reason why the mugshot exists is it exists mainly or solely to show at a glance what your health is like, how much health you have or how much damage you've taken on, and also to indicate from which direction a shot is coming from, if it lands, if it hits your character. Why do I keep using the fire button? Okay, you're dead. Both of you. But I thought that was a very ingenious... Whoa! Oh, it's a specter? Some invisible pink jiggly guy? Come on. Oh, it's another one. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? I didn't know you were going to be in this level. It's almost as if the developers of this game just decided to put in whatever they felt like putting in. What's up? What? What? Alright, let's change over to the chain. Oh, jeez. There's this. See, this is what I'm talking about. This doesn't make any sense. Why are they placing these guys? This doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you doing this, guys? Okay. Secret door. What's up, fella? Yeah, I know. I know, you guys. There we go. You're dead. You're dead. Okay. Got some more shells. What's up? Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go back and scrounge for some ammunition. There we go. Don't let the devil in. Let's hightail it back to... Wait, did I ever grab the bullets up here? I can't remember. Oh no, it was a health pack. Never mind. Alright, let's go up here. Let's go through across here. Go all the way down here. Grab these shells, open up a switch. Okay. I thought there was going to be a guy in the other section. Whoa, I can't see anything in there. I love the lighting effects to a point, but geez, sometimes it gets to the point where you can't see anything. It's like, I feel like, to a certain extent, the lighting effects and how they're utilized and the extremity to which they're utilized is kind of overly self-indulgent. Hey, what's up? What's up? Who's hitting me from the left? What? What? Jeez, it's like a whole cavalcade of enemies. Huh. There's usually a former human up here. Usually. But then again, this is Ultimate Doom, and I have no idea what else they've done to the levels. It's really strange. This is not your older brother's Doom. Or yours. see. What's up, guys? I hate that mugshot deception. It's not good. Oh man. No, that's not good. I can't believe they screwed that up. What's going on with the huh? What is huh? What is this? What? Does anyone else see this? What is going on here? The med pack's not doing that. It's not, the med pack's not artifacting. Why is it doing that? Like, does the sprite not take priority over the lighting? Or what the hell is going on here? That's jank. What? Come on, man, make him do the chain gun cha-cha. What? Piss on that. God, die already. God, how many shots does it take? See another clip. And then there's this SOB right here. What is you? Where did you come from? I'm telling you, there's something different about the bestiary and where they're placed in these levels. What up? All right, let's get the chain gun ready because as soon as I grab this, more imps. Oh, geez. What's up? You can't see anything in here. What's going... Oh, man. I don't like this. I don't remember it being this dark. I mean, this is incredibly... I can't tell what I'm doing. Where am I? Okay, there you are. Oh, and there's a specter right there. Come on. There we go. What's up? Where are you? This whole circle strafing thing is not... It's not working out so well. Alright, so I need to quickly run through here. There we go. Right. Because there's nothing else in here, right? Nope, nope, nope. What up? What's up, fellas? Ladies? What's up? Uh. Alright, so now I'm going to a secret level, right? Let's see. Yep. Oh my holy god. Oh! What up? What up? What happened? Why am I oh my gosh. Why are my shots not landing? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I shouldn't be hitting the wall above. What's up? There we go. What's up? Let's shoot you and shoot you. Oh! Oh, there. Oh, there's a dude. There is a dude. Okay, you need a yellow key. Okay. What's up, fellas? That's amazing. Like, I'm shooting like straight at this dude, and it's just not connecting. Oh, hey, what's up, fella? Oh, yep, that's right. They explode into 3 of them. Let's see. Where to next? Yellow door, because I've got the yellow key. Yeah, yellow dough. No. Oh, wait, that's right. Where do I get that yellow key? Ooh. That fooled me. I totally thought that Spectre was still alive. That's a blue door. Obviously over here. See, this is what I'm talking about. My shot should not be hitting that wall. They should have been hitting those imps. What's up? Like, look. My barrel is clearly lined up with this barrel. Why? You know what it is. My shots go left. They shoot left. Oh, hey, what's up, fellas? So maybe I should just, like, shoot a little bit to the right. Yeah. How did they screw that up? It's Doom. It's not, like... I don't know. Whatever. Okay, that's the red door. Time to break out that chain gun. Right, because... Yep! Oh, God, jeez. What's up? What's up? Everybody's up for the dance. Everybody's doing that chain gun dance. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Gosh. You think that's enough? What's up, fella? Fam? Okay. Right on. Got myself a medikit. Well, got that berserker pack. This weapon is... I mean, just using the fists, it's completely useless. Okay, get that shotgun. Extra shotgun shells and some clips. And the yellow door is right over there. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Chunk, 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 chunk. Yeah, it's so choppy. Elevators and doors. So choppy. Okay, the yellow door is right here. What's up, fellas? Let's just shoot him with a rocket and be done with it. Yeah, let's just do this. Or not? Okay, alright. Give me the shotgun. Come on. Oh. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, another yellow door. Well, wait, what? This was not... this is not what I intended. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What is this? Come on. Ridiculous. That's so ridiculous that your shots go left. They shouldn't do that. So odd. Let's grab that armor bonus. Where to next? Let's see. Did I get everything? Hmm. Don't you just love it when this happens? There we go. Oh, come on. Alright. Breaking out the chain gun again. What's up, guys? Let's see. I think that's everything. Right. Where am I going? Oh, nope. Not yet. Alright. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. What's up? What? Where am I going? Where the heck am I going? Oh, okay, okay. Alright, I got it. I got it. I get it! Idiot. Jeez. Man, I got mouthed up bad. Damn. This sucks. Alright, time to scrounge. If there's any health around. I don't even know if there are any health packs around. I think I might very well be screwed. Yep, I think I might be screwed. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. Alrighty. Okay, cool. I guess I'm screwed. Yeah. Oh no. Do whatever you do, don't ever fall in there again. Well, super secret mission complete. I don't know about you guys, but it's getting to that time. What's up? Cool. Boom. Mm-mm. I don't think so. Mm. Oh, jeez, I gotta stop doing that. What am I doing? Oh gosh. I'm almost dead. Jeez, I'm gonna get messed up. God, I'm so screwed. Oh god. 1% health. That's kind of funny, actually. Alright. Gotta make a run for it. Oh god. Oh man, I ran right into that. Oh man. Oh, sorry. I totally did not realize that there were people in the chat. Omega Silenos? What's going on, dude? How are you? Sorry, it's been a relatively lonely stream, so don't know who you are, but I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, I started out playing some classic Ridge Racer for the PlayStation, and then I dove into Doom the not the classic edition, Doom the custom PlayStation edition. So that's what I'm playing right now. It's a very interesting version. Some cool lighting effects. I'm not sure it necessarily justifies monkeying around with the original level layouts as well as the layouts of the. Oh gosh, I gotta deal with this crap. No, I gotta get out of here. Nope, nope, that ain't happening. All right. Let's see, where can I go? All right, I gotta run. I gotta. Nope. Piss off, dude. Let's see. Okay, I gotta be extra strategic. Extra strategic. Do I have the Sega Saturn version? No, I don't. And to be honest, I'm okay with that because the Saturn version of this game, it's not good. It's a terrible port, and I'm not even sure if it's. I don't know if the Saturn port is a custom Saturn edition, like the PlayStation version is a custom PlayStation edition. I'm not really sure what exactly they did to that version of the game that makes it stand out from the. Oh geez, what am I doing? I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing right now. Oh gosh, I think I'm. This may be it, guys. Yeah. Yeah, the Saturn version, I don't know. I've seen it online for. I don't know. Here, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start over because I think I have a better handle of the controls. So let's just do this. The Saturn version, I remember renting it, back in the 90s, I don't remember thinking it was any good because we kind of grew up. We had, I don't know. I don't know if I would call it the best of both worlds, but we definitely had options when it came to what we played video games on. So I had the opportunity to enjoy a lot of these games that were later converted to the home consoles on PC. And so, not to say that we were spoiled, but we were just used to the games running on their originally intended hardware. So whenever we saw them running on different platforms, we kind of just didn't really bother with them if we had a PC that could handle it from a hardware perspective. I totally agree. It should have, yeah, it should have been done by Lobotomy Software. They would have done it justice. Let's see. Okay. What's up, dude? Alright, then there's a guy behind me. Alright. Cool. What's up? Yeah, it's a damn shame that Lobotomy Software went the ways of the dodo. But, everything happens for a reason. I do think that they should have had an opportunity to make Power Slave 2 or Exhumed 2. Oh, gosh. It would have been interesting to see what Exhumed or Power Slave 2 would have looked like, because I do think that it I think it could have been this may be a bit hyperbolic, but it could have been a Tomb Raider killer, you know. I remember seeing little articles and excerpts in gaming magazines talking about what exactly Power Slave 2 was going to be, or what Exhumed 2 was going to be, and the models that they showed, there was one model of an enemy that you would face in the game, and then there was another model of a tool or an item that you could acquire in the game. And I remember the models being very detailed, but then again, they were done on they were being shown off on a PC, so who knows if that was really what they were going to be able to do on the Saturn. There's no telling. But I do think that, considering what Lobotomy Software was able to pull off with, their three different versions of Power Slave, Quake for the Sega Saturn, which is just a remarkable beast. To be honest, if anybody asks my opinion on what my favorite version of Quake is for the console, like Quake 1, it's the Saturn. I never really did care for Quake 64. I thought it was something about the game was a little bit chunky and clunky. And I don't know. Some people make the claim that just because it contains multiplayer, which was really the big deal about Quake 1, which, I played multiplayer Quake 1 for the PC, but I don't remember ever... I don't think I ever did well, we might have done a couple of LAN parties for Quake 1, but I don't know. I don't think that game got as much time in the multiplayer spotlight for me as Blood or Duke Nukem 3D, the later Build Engine games, as well as Quake 2 and Unreal. Those were the games that really... Quake 1 might have been the progenitor of it, but I don't remember, at least in my neck of the woods, a lot of fanfare around Quake 1. Things didn't really pick up for Quake 1 multiplayer until, say, Team Fortress Classic, which, it's called Team Fortress Classic now, but Um, Back then, it was just a Quake mod. But I remember really getting into Team Fortress. Not so much the standardized multiplayer mode. Let's see. Did I miss anything over here? Yeah, I mean, Lobotomy Software was definitely incredibly skilled when it came to not just porting games, because I'm pretty sure that's not necessarily what they envisioned themselves doing. Um, as these, I mean, you have to remember that the reason why these guys broke off from Microsoft and Nintendo to form Lobotomy Software was mainly because they wanted to make games that they wanted to make. And I know that sounds incredibly silly, but what? How do you get 112 kills out of 100%? You can't beat 100%. Learn it, video game. Come on. What is this? The stock market? But I think Lobotomy, if they, the thing is, the sad truth of Lobotomy Software's history is that they were running on a knife's edge from the very start. I mean, uh they were always in danger of closure. You know, business wise, that place was not run as well as it could have been run. What's up? There we go. And what's up, dude? What's going on? Where did that shot come from? Woo! Chain gun guy in E1L1 or E1M1. Not your standard E1M2. Okay. I think the room is cleared aside from this imp. Right? Yep. What's up? Let's see. Let's get to some safe territory so that way I can man the chat. Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean Power Slave. You know, interestingly enough, outside of this stream, I have the disc for Power Slave for the Saturn. So, and I also have all the hookups. So I could hook up the Saturn and play some good old Power Slave and some good old Quake. The one game I'm missing from the Lobotomy Software trilogy or the FPS trilogy for the Saturn is Duke Nukem 3D, which I really want because out of the box, it is from my knowledge, it is the only normal retail Sega Saturn game that on the box doesn't really say that it's only meant for online play. That actually is a title that supports the Sega Netlink modem. And that makes it quite unique. And also, it's one of the two games, maybe one of the three, but there's like 2 or 3 games that actually are rated Deepwater. And a lot of people for the longest time thought that Deepwater was a video game developer, but it's not. Deepwater was a content rating... God, I can't believe I took that. Deepwater was a content rating descriptor for select Sega games that were so mature they were just for adults. It was the Sega's rating council equivalent to AO. And so Duke Nukem is one of the 2 or 3 games that are rated Deepwater. But yeah, I mean, Duke Nukem for the Saturn is just such a unique game from a historical perspective, which this chain gun dude did not respect because he doesn't care about history. What? What? I don't know why I shot. Let's see. There we go. Some circle strafing. If you are still there, sir, or madam, you ever play any of the, not, I was about to say Sega Saturn. Have you ever played any of the N64 FPS games? Like, Turok 2, Turok Rage Wars. There was this one game, and I'm pretty sure it was developed by the same guys who made Turok. It was called Armorines. And it was basically... I think they made that game because they were inspired by Starship Troopers. So you had a lot of enemies that were like giant bugs or insects. I'm wondering if anyone out there remembers that game, because I do have a copy of it. And while I don't think it's necessarily a good game, it's definitely an interesting cul-de-sac in gaming. I just thought it was interesting that they decided to make a game like that. But I will say that the fatal flaw of that game is the control input lag. It's especially bad. Uh-oh. What? What's up? Come on. Oh, it's called Armorines, like the U.S. Marines, Armorines. So it's like a portmanteau of the two words. It's weird. It's a, I don't see. The thing is, I feel like Armorines was supposed to be this company's version of like Unreal. It was supposed to be their Quake 2, their Unreal 2. It was supposed to be that game that was the defining culmination of the technology that they had created to make Turok. But the game does not, and I kid you not, maybe my recollection of this title is very poor or just not clear or whatever. But, jeez, I distinctly remember the input lag being so bad that it was like a second behind. And you can't play a first-person shooter like that. There's just... It will not work that way, you know? Ooh, oh, that's right. That's right. This E1M2 has this little maze section. Oh, that's what was blocking me. It was a freaking dude. I don't know how long you've been watching the stream, but something I do not like about the quote-unquote custom PlayStation edition of Doom is that the mug shot, which is your indicator of where shots are coming from if they hit you, is not, it's way too sensitive. So if you're like a pinprick to the left of an enemy, or aiming to the right, you know, facing, you know, where your enemy is on the left of your left side, and they shoot you, your character mug will still look left. And it's incredibly disorienting. Because it shouldn't be that sensitive. I mean, the head should only turn if the shot comes from 45 degrees to your right or your left, or completely from your right or left, or straight up behind you. Like, it shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't be so sensitive where it's turning when you can easily see the dude slightly to your left or slightly to your right. Ah, so frustrating. That was not in the PC version of Doom. I know that's for certain. What's up? can't see jack. Alrighty. I cannot see if the game got dark on you, you're not the only one, okay? Oh, what's up, Hartong? You know what's so funny? I used that meme, that comment meme. Uh, I was I don't know why, but nostalgia struck me a few nights ago, and I decided to revisit all the CKY videos from the late '90s slash early aughts, and so many comments of anyone else here in 2019. But if you're just joining me, Hartung, playing through the quote unquote custom PlayStation edition of Doom. Oh, here we go. We're getting somewhere now, right? Oh, what's up? All right, the darkness is over. Which, speaking of the darkness, great video game for the Xbox 360. Who is that? Yeah, the darkness. Anyone ever play that game? Oh, what makes it custom? Well, believe it or not, you're actually looking at what makes it custom right now. If you look at the blue filter with the lighting effects, there were certain changes made to the engine and some updates made to the engine that allow for slightly better lighting effects. This right here is stock, but this right here is custom PlayStation Edition specific effects. So just like the different color filters along with the different lighting grades kind of add to that. Also, the bestiary. So you didn't see it earlier, but I started a game of Ultimate Doom, which is basically a compilation of all 4 episodes, or was it 4 or 3? Gosh, I can't remember. How dare I? The original 3 or 4 episodes of Doom, which are like Knee Deep in the Dead. Oh no, it's 3. Knee Deep in the Dead, Shores of Hell, and then Inferno. So it's all 3 of those episodes plus an extra episode for Ultimate Doom that's specific to that release. So Ultimate Doom was its own release, and so it's got that episode in here too. Plus, I believe it does have some levels from Doom 2. The only thing about the levels and the layouts is that some of the geometry has been slightly changed. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize you were colorblind. Um, but yeah, aside from the color, it's just different elements of the engine were streamlined and kind of upgraded a little bit. I mean, not really significant changes, as you can see. I mean, the textures are still what? They're still 16-bit textures, fairly low resolution. What else? Still using that stock image of the Chinese mountains in the background right there for the skyboxes. So it's still Doom ass Doom. It's classic ass Doom. It's just gussied up a little bit, if you will. Also, some of the levels have had changes to the geometry for an array of reasons. Probably the biggest reason is for performance. This game does struggle on the PlayStation. There are some frame rate issues, and not only that, but there are issues with the doors. The doors are they're kind of clunky when they open up. Let's see. Let's change over to my shotgun. If you look at the door right here, it's like I've never seen doors this choppy in the PC version. I know that's for certain. That's just a fact. So the only time I've ever seen doors like open like that was Hexen 64. I remember that game being just really, the controls for that game. I mean, I really wanted to like that game, but aside from it having four player split screen competitive multiplayer, I can't really go back to that game. I'd rather play the Saturn version or the well, I'd rather play the DOS version, but um, really, I don't know. I would have to revisit the game. I don't know. It's been years since I've played Hexen 64. I just don't. I remember not liking that version of the game back in the day, so. But, maybe I'm wrong about that. I just remember there were no customizable controls whatsoever. There was pad or stick, and the pad was like, oh gosh, I mean, both control schemes. It's like you needed like a little piece of reference card with the schematic of the controller and which button did what. I don't know. That's what I remember of Hexen. I don't remember enjoying the game on N64. I just remember renting it from Blockbuster Video, if you remember that, back when it came out, because it was like, oh man, now it's got 4-player multiplayer. Because I remember having LAN parties playing Hexen and Heretic on PC, and just having so much fun playing an action game that was in first person, but was rooted in dark fantasy. I thought that was such a great idea. What's up? Nope. Come on. Come on. Come on, kitties. Alright, so for example here, this... Yeah, I totally agree with you, Omega. When it came down to it, either you... I mean, some people only had an option at the most, some two. Yeah, I totally understand. I didn't really have a PC. Well, the family didn't really have a PC until 1990. I think it was 1992 or 3. No, it was 1992, because at that point they had consumer PC CD-ROM drives that were, get this, dual speed. Whoa. And then they had finally support for Redbook audio through the CD-ROM, and then you could basically daisy chain. I can't believe, I mean, I can't believe it was done this way, but it's still to a certain extent done this way, but not as jankily as it was done back in the late 80s, early 90s. But you would have to daisy chain this weird little ribbon cable. It was like this, I don't know, it's just like this weird, I think it might have been 4 wires from the CD-ROM drive, from its Redbook audio port to your sound card. Yeah, I mean, well, the average PC in 1993, I remember being around like the $600 mark. Real talk, I remember that being the case. Yeah, the high grade, PCs with the most advanced and best chipset SVGA cards at the time, because this was before the graphics card or the graphics adapter revolution of the late 90s. You could still get a PC. Now, granted, I mean, $600 back in the day was extremely expensive, I think. Especially when you're, living in Puerto Rico and not, things are expensive anyway in Puerto Rico because everything's imported. But $600 could still get you a PC that could run Doom back in the day. It was the RAM that was really the killer. Memory back then was so absurdly expensive, and then so were the sound cards. I mean, back then, this was before SVGA was trumped by, Diamond Multimedia and Voodoo graphics, and Matrox. Like there was the Matrox Mystique, and there was the Voodoo series and stuff. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh, piss off! There we go. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, PCs were really. Have I ever heard of the FM Towns Marty? Before I answer that question, the first PC that our family ever had was a 486 Packard Bell Legend with a dual speed CD-ROM, and it came packed in with Dinosaur 3D, which was Dinosaur 3D was kind of like an edutainment sort of game. There was Adventure. There was, what was it called? Adventure on Treasure Mountain. I remember that one. That's more of like an edutainment sort of game too. What else? And then Mega Race. Like Mega Race. That was the pack-in, the definitive pack-in video game for the Packard Bell Legend 46. And man, I'll tell you what, I love that game to death. A good friend of mine knows that I love that game to death. In fact, I think he left a copy of that game at my place when I meant to give it to him to own. Because I've got like... This is going to sound ridiculous, but I have... Wait, who's shooting at me? Jackass? Yeah. I have like several versions of Mega Race, including the 3DO and Sega CD version, even though I don't own a Sega CD. Figure that one out. Right? But it's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's one of the most... It's for me, it's one of the most nostalgic games of my childhood. And to be honest, at its core, all it is, it's an FMV racing game. It's an FMV car combat game that kind of has some racing mechanics in it. But, I mean, it plays more like Galaga than it plays like, I don't know, Rad Racer? It's not like a tunnel racer game. It's something else. It's just something different. Yeah, get jibbed. But the FM Towns Marty, I remember wanting one. I remember reading in Hardcore Game Fan magazine, there was a spread on different versions of Splatterhouse, and at the time I was kind of obsessed with the game, mainly because I'd played Splatterhouse 2 on the Genesis, and the arcade version just looked so much better. I mean, nothing beats arcade Splatterhouse 1. It's just... It is what it is, and it's just amazing. It's not a, it's not a masterpiece. It's not. Come on, it's not a masterpiece. It's not Shakespeare, but it's the perfect example of style over substance. Yeah, Mega Race was incredibly impressive for the time. Mainly because of its streaming video technology. I mean, I would love to do a Let's Play or a stream playing through Mega Race. I mean, trust me, I'm not done talking about Mega Race. But Hartung, your question about Doom 3. Man, that is such... When it comes to games that are radical departures, mechanically and thematically from their predecessors, it's really... Man, it's so tough. I'm almost ambivalent towards Doom 3, because, and this is coming from someone who loves Doom 3. I to be honest, it's one of my favorite survival horror first-person shooters. But the thing that a lot of people get hung up on is, what is it? Some people are just not. They don't know. Oh. That's what it was. It was a Spectre. God damn it. Okay. Time for the chain gun. A lot of people, when they look at Doom 3 anymore, it's difficult for them to even know what it is from the outset. And a lot of people forgave, or no, I mean, because it's... Look, Doom 3 is a good game. And to be honest, I think it's a classic. At this point, I thought it was a marvel of technology back when it came out. It's just that, and I'm okay with sequels being radical departures, so long as it is of the mechanical genre of the game. So that really is the key. Like, you don't want to come out with another Ninja Gaiden game and it be like a Tetris clone. Like, that's my limit when it comes to um, games that radically depart from the original spirit of that um, preceding game. Uh, and it's, I don't know, I think it's a case by case scenario. So it was a let's see. It was a great game. It just wasn't Doom. Well, I mean, actually, I kind of have to disagree with that. It is partly Doom. It is. I would say that it has some of the Doom DNA in it, especially when it comes to enemy AI, which is more A than I. Let's be quite frank. They operate through brain dead zombie logic where they make a beeline for you. I mean, they might run around the corner and take pot shots and then swing back around the corner again to evade your shots. But let's be real, the AI in the game is not the showcase. I mean, that's not a defining aspect of Doom 3. Doom 3 is all about first-person shooter gameplay, close-quartered first-person shooter gameplay, combat, and level design that always provides surprises. And the thing is, the whole monsters in the closet thing, that is extremely Doom. I mean, it's unabashedly Doom in that respect. The problem with the game, though, is that for them to satisfy that aspect of the creative DNA of Doom, they actually couldn't figure out how to do that in a faster paced sort of game. They given that the technology that they had, that Doom 3 engine, the id Tech 3, it's phenomenal. But you know what? You know what game it was only designed to make? It was only designed to make Doom 3. Like, that's the real tragedy of the game. That engine, that technology. You go from the original Doom engine, and the original Doom engine was so incredibly ubiquitous. It was only competitor to the build engine. Sure, there were other 3D engines at the time, but if you were a third-party development studio and you were making a game, what were you gonna use? I mean, were you gonna build something in-house? I mean, I do applaud people who do that because that should be the way you do it. But no, more than likely, you're going with a pre-existing piece of technology, and that came down to the build engine and the Doom engine, or id Tech 1. Very few games between the existence of build and Doom Tech would make something proprietary. And that's what made Lobotomy Software's Slave Driver engine was so special at the time. It was, not only was it an engine that was usable across multiple platforms, including the PC, though unfortunately Power Slave for DOS does not use the Slave Driver engine. It actually uses an inferior version of build, which is partially why the game has a bad reputation from a historical perspective. Like, when you look at reviews of Power Slave, nobody's loving that game unless they are Sega Saturn Magazine Europe, because a lot of those guys got their hands dirty with the PC version first, and the DOS version is just garbage. I like, the strafing is really terrible in that game. What kills the game is the controls. And not only that, but the engine, the version of the build engine at the time didn't even have slopes. And that was something that was, I don't know, I mean, it worked for Doom, but imagine a game in 1994 not having slopes, and it's supposed to be like a cutting-edge build engine first-person shooter. Just, not to say that is, no game reviewer is looking at the game and being like, "Oh man, those slopes were badass." Nobody's making that criticism, but it's just a testament to how dated the engine and the implementation of the controls were for Power Slave PC. Um, but I love Doom. It's just that they really should have. I don't know. The engine should have been made to facilitate um, larger environments like their earlier tech was designed to do. So that way they could have kept the spirit of Doom in its entirety, including the fast-paced nature of the gameplay. And that was such a huge sacrifice. But in the place of that, you have, I don't know, to me, Doom 3 provided some of the scariest set pieces of that generation of the first-person shooter. No question about it. I mean, when my first time playing through, I had to put the game down because I had just gotten to, what was it, NPRO? Energy Processing. And then I think it was the one woman in Doom, the one female, she basically had a lost, like her skull, her head exploded and a lost soul popped out from it. Like it grew flames and all that stuff. And it freaked me out so much, I had to turn the game off for a while. But at the same time, when I was younger and I was playing Doom, there were a lot of moments in Doom that, I mean, this seems pretty innocent enough nowadays, but you got to remember at the time, this was quite advanced. And just the darkness and like the secret monsters in a closet, the secret areas that you could explore, and just the bestiary in the right light, when they grunt at the right time and you are not facing them at the right time, could freak you out, like could startle you. And that's kind of what I love about Doom. Doom is almost kind of Spielbergian in the sense where, like, if you look at Jaws, it's hard to tell whether it's an adventure movie, a horror movie, a drama. It's a little bit of all three of those things wrapped into one movie. And Doom is a lot of things. It's an action game. It's a horror game. I mean, if you look at a lot of the creatures and stuff, like they're meant to look horrific. They're meant to evoke horror. Do they do that as well in the modern age of gaming? No. I mean, unless it's baby's first FPS game, no. You're not scaring anybody anymore. But it was still it's still a very playable game, and it always will be. And Doom 3 will always be a very, I mean, I would say even to this day, Doom 3 has a very interesting look to it that, oh, come on, gosh, pink jiggly guy. What? That's it, chain gun's coming out. But I will say that, I mean, there is a clear difference between Doom 3 and Doom 2, and I think part of why I loved that game at the time, on top of the graphics, was just, it was a new Doom game that wasn't using the original tech. Doom 2 was, I feel like they should have just made an expansion pack and been done with it, instead of calling it Doom 2 proper. I thought that was a huge mistake. Because if you look at Doom and Doom 2, there's an extra weapon, I think, some added enemies, obviously new levels. I mean, you have to do that. But it seemed like such I don't know. It was more Doom. They went up a level. They improved things a little bit, and that was cool, but I don't think it was enough to justify making a sequel, like a full-on, just, I don't know. it, as much as I love Doom 2, I would say to a certain extent I'm a little more ambivalent towards Doom 2 than I am towards Doom 3 because they should have done something great with it and they didn't. Like they just, I don't know. I wouldn't say they phoned it in, not at all. I mean, there's a lot there's a lot of game in Doom 2, but I applauded Doom 3 at first just because it was something new, like truly new. Um, the the thing that I didn't like about Doom 3 was that it was just the same thing all over again. It wasn't necessarily like a continuation. Um, because I think that would have been cool. Um, but they just decided to do the same thing all over again. And for better or worse, that's just what they decided to do, you know? Alright, guys. Whoa! What's up, buddies? But yeah, Doom 3 is definitely... It's definitely a different beast, to be sure. But, you know, on top of that, you know, if you look at id Software, in the early to mid-aughts, I kind of got the feeling that they weren't really sure what they wanted to do with not only their company, but with their franchises. And Doom 3 is definitely some evidence of that. But I would say the bigger piece of evidence in that, I guess, that hypothesis would be Quake 4. I mean, if there was ever a game that really made you question, like, what is this? It's Quake 4. And I'm not really, you know, to be honest, I don't remember playing a lot of Quake 4 because I kind of just tuned out to a certain extent. I played I played my fill of the game, and then I put it down, and then I said to myself, you know what? I really don't have any desire to go back and finish the game. And truth be told, the only reason why I bought Quake 4 for the Xbox 360 was because they had a bonus disc in it. And that bonus disc contains a 1080p 60 FPS, fully playable from start to finish, port of Quake 2 PC for the Xbox 360. It's not perfect. There are issues with the aiming. They didn't really do anything to change it to where it felt good on the joystick. But it's still Quake 2, and it's impressive that they got it working at 1080p and 60 FPS. Let's see. Let's grab these shotguns. Cool. And how much chain gun ammo do I have? Whoa! Did not mean to do that. Alright. There we go. Oh, come on. Stop it. Stop that. What's up? Like, where are you coming from? There we go. Let's see. Cool. Alright, okay. We're now in another situation where the screen is practically black. Let's see. Where to go now? Gosh, it's so hard to see. Okay. Alright. Where are you? Okay, there's that guy. Oh, geez. It's one of those beholders. What's up? Nope. Shh, Nikes. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Nope. Okay. Whew. Oh, not another one of these guys. Dude. Okay, so this is one of the additions to the custom PlayStation edition of Doom. They're throwing bestiary enemies, or they're throwing aspects of their bestiary in here that do not appear until what, the later episodes. Okay, where am I going? Let's see. Let's look at the handy dandy map. I'm sorry if you guys can't see anything right now. I can barely see anything. Here's another imp. Ugh! There we go. Okay, cool. One more down. Okay, little imp. Oh. I should have been able to dodge that. Oh. Let's see. What's up? What's up, fellas? Okay, there we go. That was a good dodge. Dodge the fireball, hit the shotgun shell. Oh, come on. Pack it in. Mm. There we go. Boom. Little known fact about this aspect of the level's design. This was actually supposed to be a swastika. But John Romero, you know, before the game was final, you know, before the game's final release, I guess a tester who was, I guess, a war veteran, looked at this and basically said, come on, dude, like, don't put this in here. So Romero was like, alright, well, I guess I won't put it in here. Which is kind of, you know, it's kind of weird that was done, that he censored himself, or just, you know, he had altered his original work because, I mean, Wolfenstein 3D, need I say more? I mean, there's Nazi imagery all over the place in that game. Where's that switch? There we go. Alrighty. Another level in the bag. And why am I getting stuck on walls? I'm not paying attention. Alrighty. Okay. Yep, specters. What? You want some of this too? You want a taste of what I did to that snake? Because I'll do it to you too. What up? Hit that. Yeah, there we go. Boom. There we go. Oh, another chain gun dude. Wait. Huh. There's nobody in there. There usually is. Interesting. Oh gosh, there are a lot of guys in that room. What? There we go. Bam. Hit that little toxic barrel. Yeah, at some point I'll try to get Mega Race running on my Chromebook. I'm pretty sure there's a version of DOSBox that runs on the Chromebook. And if I can get that working, and if it can emulate Mega Race properly, then I'll do a stream of Mega Race, because it's, like I said, it's like one of my all-time favorite video games of all, you know. Just, and like I said, it's pure nostalgia, because I'm not even sure if I would call Mega Race a great game. It's a game that works, like, surprisingly well for what it is, but the thing is, it's so hard to really qualify what that game is. Like, graphically, it looks like a racing game, but it really isn't. It's, I don't know. It's a very odd duckling, to be sure. Very, very odd. Let's see. Wait, isn't there supposed to be like a bridge? Oh, yeah, right. There we go. I guess it was like a little context-sensitive switch. Oh, jeez. Lots of shotgun dudes. Oh, come on. Damn, that hurt. Alright, let's make a mad dash. Get the armor, the rockets, the rocket launcher, some more health. Oh, jeez, they put you in here? Come on. That's wrong. I can't God. I can't believe that. That's ridiculous. Okay, what now? What a... That stupid mugshot thing. That's a bug. I don't care what anybody says. That is an imperfection right there. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just kill them all. Kill them all. Real quick. Oh, no. Oh, specters. Ugh. Oh, man. Damn, I got mouthed up. Oh, come on. Got the other side. Cool. 20% health. Fantastic. Oh, man, that sucks. This may be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yep. Holy smokes. What's up, buddy? That was a good one. Nope, nope. I'm not giving you a chance to hit me. Piss off. What's up? Okay, let's go over here. Yes, there we go. I needed that. What's up? Come on. Cool. Whew. Okay. Let's get this armor. Oh, did not mean to do that. There we go. Get some bullets. Let's see. Am I going to be streaming more often? So far I am off on Tuesdays and Sunday evenings. So Tuesday and Sunday evenings. So maybe on a Tuesday night I could do modern gaming. That seems about right. I've got Death Stranding, and I also have a copy of Outer Worlds that I need to tear into. So, yeah, I could totally do Outer Worlds or Death Stranding live stream on Tuesday night. But to be honest, I kind of like the idea of doing like a retro gaming Sunday fun day. So I might do, yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, definitely look forward to Sunday nights. Sunday nights, I want to say 10 o'clock roughly. So, and I'll try to be consistent about that. This was, like I said, this was merely a test, but it looks like it's all of my tools are working well. So, I'll absolutely make it a point to do this every Sunday. What am I missing here? Oh, you've got Death Stranding as well? Yeah, I cannot wait. The thing is, I really did want to stream it tonight. However, I don't believe I fully understand the game yet in terms of the mechanics and really what the gameplay loop is and like how to excel at the game because it's so different from other mainstream games. So I want to I want to be well. I mean, I just want to be fair and give the game uh, an honest amount of quarter because you know it's not every day that you come across a game that is wildly different from the rest of the pack, and that's something that should be celebrated, regardless of whether or not the game succeeds at what it's doing or not. You know. But I definitely like Death Stranding so far. I think it's a really interesting game. Where am I going? Where am I going? What am I playing? Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? There we go. You know what it was? I had to hit that switch. Oh. These poor guys, you know. These guys have a tough life. Let's see, where... Oh, there you are. Nope. Come on. Oh, you son of a mullet. Oh, I think it will probably end up being the most unique game of this generation. I mean, without a doubt. And to be quite honest, you know, I used to think that this industry was just full of doom and gloom. Not to be the man with the golden pun, but like I used to think that this modern day games industry was going to be all doom and gloom, and I just took 2 fireballs in the face for no reason. I'm not paying attention because it's hard to talk and play at the same time, but I need to get better at it. Let's see what's up, guys. Oh, I just strafed right into both of those. God. But you know, so far we've seen Resident Evil redeem itself, and that was a big deal to me. I was getting really depressed about the state of survival horror gaming, and when you're looking at a franchise that started a huge movement, a huge revolution in gaming, and you're just, I don't know. You're seeing how far it's fallen, and you just think to yourself, man, what happened? Oh, gosh. Oh, man, that's a whole lot of darkness. I'm going to scrounge a bit before I go down there. Okay, this leads out into the foyer. Or the foyer. Oh, hey, what's up, player? Fam? Where is it coming from? Oh, there you are. I cannot see Jack. Oh! Wow, that's all it took to kill me? Wow, that's great. I can't... Ah, man. Well, I'm dead. I might pop in another game, but then again, it's past midnight. I might call it a stream at this point. I wasn't really putting my best foot forward playing this, but at some point when I do like a Doom stream, I'll bring my A game. Let's see. If you like survival horror, you should play the... Wait, what? You should play the Blair Witch game. It's amazing. It's a combination of Resident Evil 7 and with Fatal Frame. And by far the scariest game I've played since the first Silent Hill. That is a bold statement. That is an incredibly bold statement. I'll have to check that out. Blair Witch? Like as in the movie? Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Yep, I'm just stuck with toting around a pistol. Here, let's see if I can do a blind run. Or a vanilla run of this. Here we go. There's a shotty. Oh, yeah, just let him do all the work. Yeah, there we go. Nope, stop getting cut on. Stop getting caught on geometry. There we go. There's a chain gun. Let's see. I'm gonna maybe do another. If I die here, I'll do another naked run. But after that, I'm probably gonna call it a night. Let's see. Oh, shotgun dude. Oh, jeez, I got shot from over at the foyer. Or foyer. Let's see. Yeah, they made a game. It got released not too long ago. They really did a great job. They really did a great job in capturing the uneasy feeling of the unknown from the movie into the game. Oh, okay, so it is a licensed video game. So it's based off the movie. Okay. I was curious about. Oh man. Well, that's the end of Naked Run number 1. All right. So just do this number. Oh man. Nope. Already. It's not a good. Ow. Oh no. Give me the shotgun. Oh, you son of a Oh man, am I really pinned between these two guys? Man. Damn, it's tough to do a naked run of this level. Well, let's see. What do I have? Do I have time for anything else? Got Rage Racer. I've got Ridge Racer Revolution. Tomb Raider. Oh, and I almost dropped a couple of games. See, it actually received great reviews as well. A lot of people put it down because it was a game based on a movie. Well, I mean, that's grounds for suspicion, but that's never grounds to it's never grounds to be prejudiced towards a game. Like, should never judge anything prima facie without, really knowing what it's about. Ooh, let's play some Wipeout Excel. What do you think about that? Some Wipeout Excel? I'm thinking some Wipeout Excel. Like I said, maybe at some point I'll do like a live stream where I just do PS1 first-person shooters, because I've got a couple of them. I've got, of course, Doom, and then I've got what is it called? Disruptor? It's something like that. I don't know if it's that Insomniac PS1 first-person shooter, but I also have Robotica. I think it would be interesting to look at the landscape of first-person shooter games in the 5th generation, because then that would give me an excuse to say, hey, next week, the next week after that, I'm doing I'm gonna do Sega Saturn first-person shooters. So it would be an excuse for me to play all the Lobotomy software classics. Where did I put Doom? Oh, there it is. Gotta make sure to put all my games in the jewel cases. And there went Ridge Racer. But yeah, I mean, you're always gonna get hate for doing certain things that certain people just don't like. But yeah, I mean, easy way to draw suspicion in the world of gaming is to release a licensed video game that's licensed off of a soft drink, a snack food, fast food, a movie, or a rock band. I mean, just the easiest way for you to draw unnecessary prejudice and suspicion. But then again, there have been so many licensed video games released in just the grand history of gaming that have done nothing but draw suspicion and have you know emerged as just stinkers. Yeah, I mean, even though it's not a video game translation of the movies, I mean, I totally agree with that. I mean, you can make a game that's kind of based using that fiction and making its own experience with that fiction. That's not a translation of the plot of any of those pre-existing movies, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it just there have been enough crappy licensed video games to where even though I don't think it's right, you're always gonna um, have these people who will inherently poo-poo on a game or um, judge a game just without even seeing it or playing it, getting their hands on it, just because of that fact. But I'll have to check it out. I'm totally um, it is its own original story based in the universe of the Blair Witch movies. Yeah, like I mean that's cool. That's the way to do it. Um, I like games that are willing to explore other fictional universes that are created in different medium, and then you know try to do something interesting with that. And that could have been the case with John Carpenter's The Thing for the what was it, the PS2? That's what I played it on. I remember that game being incredibly. I don't know. I remember the game being flawed and not consistent. And it's a game that I really wanted to like. I would have to play it again, though. But that was a licensed video game that, even though it was kind of flawed, I actually liked it. The Warriors. I mean, this. Well, which company was it? Was it Rebellion who made The Warriors? But they made The Warriors based off the old 1970s movie. And it just came out of nowhere. And surprisingly enough, it was a fun beat 'em up game. Let's see. Yeah, so let's do Vector, Talon's Reach. Yeah. And then let's go with AG Systems. Silver Systems, if you will. Man, I've always loved this game. This game is just so classic.
1, go.
Nope, don't bump into him.
Rocket. Electrical.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. You think that's enough missiles, bro? Come on, fam. Player? Ugh, why did I do that? Oh, damn. Right into stuff. Oh, piss off. Whatever. Come at me. Oh, man. Come on. Stop it. Nice. Let's see. Another unappreciated horror game that was awesome were the Obscure games. Yes, yes, the Obscure series. That was a good one. Um, I remember my first entry was Obscure: The Aftermath. My familiarity with the series is not that it's not as good as my recollection or my understanding of other franchises, but I do distinctly remember playing Obscure: The Aftermath and loving the hell out of it. And it's like that stereotypical like 80s camp. It's like a campy 80s horror movie with like the teenage kids, the high school kids who get picked off one by one. Obscure: The Aftermath. That was a lot of fun. Um, it's funny because at the same time I rented Obscure: The Aftermath for the PS2, I believe. Now my brother had the PS2 at the time, and then I had an Xbox. In fact, it was the first system that was mine. Like I bought with my own money completely. No getting help from the parents or pooling money together with my brother. It was the first system I ever bought with my own money completely. I got this one survival horror game for it called Cold Fear. And Cold Fear, along with Obscure: The what? How come I'm fading on the? How come I'm forgetting the subtitle of the game? Obscure the. Huh. Anyway, that Obscure game and Cold Fear. I mean, two of my favorite games of. I mean, basically that year. And it's funny because those were two games that I've never heard any other people talk about. Let's see. Let's look at the chat. I just want a new F-Zero made by Sega. Well, yeah, you and me both. I think the best. It's funny that you mentioned made by Sega because I think the best F-Zero game was F-Zero GX for the GameCube, and not a lot of people know that it was made by Sega. That's the funniest thing about that. I think it's better than the N64 game, to be honest. I mean, I know that sounds like heresy to be saying that, but I think F-Zero GX is hands down better than F-Zero X. But my favorite game in the franchise of all time is definitely the original F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. Like, there's something really special about that game, even to this day. The game looks amazing still. It's so good. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the classic mini consoles? It's funny that you mentioned that. I'm actually sitting on two NES Classic Minis that I need to reflash with new games because there are a couple of friends who want to buy them off of me. And I'm thinking about just selling one and then keeping the other one to myself so that way I can do live streams and do stuff in HD. But there's something special about playing on the actual original hardware. And so I might end up selling that one too. I mean, I've got three original NESs. So I don't really need two classic minis to go along with that. And I also have two PlayStation Classic minis, but it's only because I was trying to Well, I kind of want to do the same thing where I can load a different collection of games on there, and then if somebody wants to, buy it, then, you know, I would gladly, sell it to them with the games that they want. But I love the classic consoles. I do believe that the PlayStation one is kind of crap compared to the Nintendo variants. Like the Super Nintendo Mini is good. From what I played of it, it's based off of the same architecture as the you son of a mullet. It's based off of the same architecture as the NES Classic Mini. Very few differences. I think it's got more NAND flash memory, but I think that's where the differences kind of like end. I could be wrong though. I haven't cracked the Super Nintendo Mini open to see for myself firsthand. So, ooh, thought you were tricky. Let's see. What would I think about a Sega Saturn Mini? Let's just hope it's better than the PS1 Classic Mini because, it was shocking that the PS1 Classic Mini was kind of as bad as it was. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, it works. The thing is, it's just not as competent as an emulation box as the NES and SNES Classic Minis. There's just something about the PS1 Classic Mini that's kind of off, which is surprising because I don't know. I mean, if there's anything that's difficult to emulate, it's an NES cartridge or a Super Nintendo cartridge, and that's mainly because they, these cartridges, some of these cartridges have extra chips that expand their memory, their capacity for doing sound and music, increase their capacity for handling larger sprites, more frames of animation with said sprites. There are so many things, and then not only that, but the Super Nintendo is a console that has not only that, but also the Super Effects chip. There are so many different things that games on that console did through the proprietary chips that they were putting on the main board of their cartridges proper, not even in the console. And then on top of that, just the base GPU, the dual graphics processor of the graphics processor that did dual functions. It was able to handle palette sets and like tile sets for backgrounds, sprites, but it was also able to manipulate said backgrounds and sprites in a way that was in 3D with that Mode 7 scaling technology. I mean, that in and of itself is, I have to imagine that theoretically that stuff is hard to emulate. So the fact that, from what I've experienced, the emulation on the SNES Classic Mini is pretty rock solid, and so is the NES Classic Mini. For some, and I'm sorry, but like the PlayStation has always, I mean, ever since you had a couple of emulators out there in the wild, I've had very few issues with emulating PlayStation games. In fact, when I started getting into emulation, I started out with the NES, then went PlayStation, then did Super Nintendo, mainly because I stumbled onto the ROMs of Star Fox 2. But the thing is, when you look at Sega Saturn, when you get into Sega Saturn emulation, you're getting into like the wild jungle with that. You're not. It's not like it's as straightforward as PlayStation 1 emulation. It's like you're entering the wild jungle of changing settings for every game. I mean, that's something that I experienced firsthand, trying to emulate stuff like Deep Fear before I got my hands on a Japanese copy of it, or emulating prototypes of Sega Saturn games. it's always an adventure just getting the game to run properly on a Sega Saturn emulator, because the just I guess the science of it, that nut has not been, even to this day, that nut has not been properly cracked all the way. So I don't know. I don't even know what emulator they would be using for a Sega Saturn Classic Mini. I would be curious as to as to what they would use for software, because I doubt that technology that powers the Sega Saturn. It's so the Sega Saturn has to be one of the more proprietary game systems I've ever come across. Um, Even down to the CD-ROM drive, it's very it's very specific. The design of that stuff, the design and just the parts and their availability. Because I've had to fix a Sega Saturn CD-ROM drive, and I mean, it's kind of scary just opening it up and tinkering around with it, because I mean, you screw anything up with it, and good luck finding a suitable replacement. You might as well just buy a new Sega Saturn. But the thing is that, they sold so poorly in North America that you just, I don't know. It's a fool's errand to try and get a Sega Saturn at an affordable price these days. Even the crap, and that even goes for the games too. Even the crappiest Sega Saturn games, I mean, at minimum they're like $10, and that's disc only. And then when you start getting into like the CIB complete in box, like, oh gosh, I can't imagine. I mean, here's an interesting tidbit. When I got my hands on Enemy Zero, it cost me $25, maybe less. I think it was $25 with the shipping and handling included. And I don't know. That stuff is just getting rarer by the day. Getting rarer and rarer. Oh god, that's what you get. You get a Quake for that. Jeez, I'm not I'm not playing all that well right now. Alright, let's pass this asshole. Oh, I almost had him. Right, focus, Juan. Focus. Oh, jeez. I boosted right into that missile, or that mine. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with you. It's so nostalgic, the first game. Yeah. They could probably do an FPGA of it. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure they could do that. It's just, I'm just curious as to whether or not they would have the hardware and software chops necessary to get that sort of thing going. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Lewis? No way. That's funny. It's good to hear from you. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, I would love to see a Sega Saturn Mini. Gosh, imagine being able to load up like a bunch of... Oh, gosh, I mean, that... how... I mean, there's so... It's so funny because I'm thinking about all the games that we've talked about that I would love to see on a Sega Saturn Classic Mini. I would love to have a domestic version of Burning Rangers for the Classic Mini of the Sega Saturn. That would just be amazing. Burning Rangers, also Dragon Force is a great one. But if they could put out like the European version of Deep Fear on the Saturn Mini, gosh, that would be so good. I mean, like I said, there were so many like we were talking a long while back about the Saturn. It's just there were so many amazing games that we never saw in North America, and it was mainly because A, it wasn't in 3D, B, it was made by a company that didn't have a lot of money behind it to release games in North America, and the Sega of America division wasn't really like helping those guys out. They weren't really concerned about that because if they didn't have the money, chances are they weren't making games in 3D, and that was kind of their rationale behind that. And as a result, we I don't know, we missed out on a lot of good RPGs. One of them being Baroque or Baroque if you're from Europe, and that's that it's like Diablo in first person and it's post-apocalyptic, if that makes any sense. Oh God! Oh geez, I might bite it. Ooh, gotta get that extra energy. Autopilot engaged. Oh, oh, you son of a. Clever girl. Whatever. Oh, gee. Oh, you. Oh, man. I cannot. Oh, you. Oh, come on. That's not even right, dude. Didn't even get another chance to do another lap or get around to the energy recharge station. Let's see. I saw those hints and I just I didn't want to assume anything because some people have a policy about like IRL stuff. So I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to be like, hey, is this Luis Valbuena? Because that was, you know how people are about IRL stuff. Let's see. I think the Sega Saturn Mini would be a success. There are a lot of Sega Saturn games in there that are not playable anywhere else. I totally agree with that. I think we need some Panzer Dragoon Saga in our lives. I think that would be such a noble gesture by Sega to give us all that. I'm kind of looking forward for the TurboGrafx Mini. Yes, I have seen news updates about that. That would be, yeah. I have to admit, I'm kind of looking forward to the TurboGrafx Mini too. I need to get my hands on a Super Nintendo Classic Mini because I want to experiment and put the early beta ROMs of Star Fox 2 on the SNES Classic Mini and see how they work or if they work. And if they work, that would be awesome because I could technically play the head-to-head multiplayer mode on Star Fox 2 with my buddy or a buddy. So, let's see. Since it's a system I've never discovered before. Yeah, on my list, my bucket list of games to play, a lot of them are on TurboGrafx 16, but there are a couple of them that are even on the Super Graphics. What's it called? There's a game called Battle Ace, and it's kind of what's it called? It's kind of like Air Diver for the Sega Genesis. It's like an early generation first person in the cockpit sort of fighter jet simulation game. It's really fun. But Battle Ace is like a I mean, it's just a much better version of Air Diver. All right, let's see if I can win this race. Whew, close. Oh, you. How did I miss that? Oh my gosh. How did I miss that? Alright, these guys are why did I... Oh, man. Alrighty, I'm not doing so hot right now. Gosh, and they're always aiming towards me. There we go. The equalizer, the quake.
Rocket.
Whew. Come on. No, don't hit the mines, please. God, come on.
Rocket.
Oh, man, why am I missing all of my stuff? No, I don't think so. There we go. Turn the curve right here. Second place, baby. Let's do it. Yeah, boy. Flavor Flav. Don't ask me why I just said that. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, hell yes. See, I got a PS Classic for 20 bucks. I modded it, and it's great for the most part. I'm being ARM-based. Oh, now being ARM-based. The core that they put in there is not the most compatible. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if they went ARM-based, I mean, I don't know. The science of I don't know, doing emulation on, because I've experimented with that before. I put Rockbox on my Sansa E250 Monster MP3 player, and I was able to emulate Doom on there. That was pretty cool. I was playing Doom on my MP3 player, but aside from that, it's just, I don't know, just not enough love being put into Sega Saturn emulation, and that rings especially true for the ARM chipset the ARM chipset architecture. So, um, but yeah, I'm thinking about. So you've messed around with putting ROMs on your PS Classic. I'm wondering if you can put prototypes of games on there that don't have signed code, because I'm really trying to put. I haven't attempted it yet. I do have, like I said, two PS1 Classic minis, but I'm gonna attempt to put Resident Evil 1.5 on one of them, because, like I said, I believe that even though it's flawed, I think, yeah, technically you could. Gotcha, gotcha. I'll have to look into that for sure. But yeah. Well, it was good to talk to you or talk at you and read your messages on the live chat. Um, but it's almost 1 o'clock, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. So um, thanks for tuning in, and if anyone has any recommendations for future games, at some point I will put something on the main Solid State Gamer blog, kind of just listing all the games that I have. And if you have any recommendations, let me know. And yeah, that's going to do it for this inaugural stream of Solid State Gamer Live. Thanks for tuning in. This is John Rivera signing off for the Solid State Gamer, saying I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your busy schedules to hang out with me. And I would like to do it again next week. So hope to see you next time. Take care.